friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here today because I have a horror book haul. This is a mixed stack of books. It is used, little free library books, ARCs, and new books. A couple of new books spoiling myself, I guess. One technically was Alex's birthday present, I guess. But I'm gonna read it too. So getting into it, I am in the middle of reading Curse of the Reaper by Brian McCauley. This is a arc that he sent me. I've been chatting with him over on Instagram, and this is about a guy that was in a cult classic slasher back in the 80s, and he basically is passed over for the reboot and he's not taking it so well, and then we get another POV of the guy that's taking his place. So far so good. I'm 100 pages in and I am really liking it. Fun thing with this, I got to read a little bit of it at a very old theater last night, so it was kind of fun to be in a theater and be like reading a movie book. I don't know. But yeah, so far so good. The next book I got is a used book, and it's The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I got this because of it's the show trade. And yeah, I already have this book and I've already read it. I have the Penguin Classic Edition, but I just needed this edition because I love this show so much. I just rewatched it. It's so good. I love it. The next book is a Paperbacks from Hell, The Nest by Gregory A. Douglas. I just hear so many good things about this book. I believe Kelsey from Slime and Slashers has read this. I don't want to say recently. I don't know if she read it recently, but I hear it's a great animal attack book, and I love the cover, and I'm here for it. I'm here for a creepy crawly horror story. We talk about bugs enough on Spreads, right? So I'm so excited to read this Paperbacks from Hell. Paperback from Hell. Yes. And then a couple more books that I got at my used bookstore, some trades. The Ties by Melanie Tame. This is a horror story about a nursing home when patients, I believe they start to act very different. I don't know if it's like a haunted nursing home situation. And then I got Conqueror Worms by Brian Keene. I'm pretty sure you can tell what this is about from the cover. And then Evil Intent. I just love this cover so much. It's so great, and I think this is like an evil town / revenge story. Like the town was like picking on this guy, but he like cast a spell on them or something. Yeah, so excited to read these trades. And the next used book I got is The Unwanted by John Saul. I think this is like an evil kid story, but I'm not sure. But this cover is amazing. I love the cover of this one. Next two books are ARCs that were sent to me. I got Black Gypsies by Grant Walmack. This sounded really cool. It is about a group of kids in Chicago that took out a little bit more, I guess, betting wise. They owed a bunch to the Black Gypsies, and yeah, then things ensue. I just like the name of it, and I thought the cover was really cool as well. So I'm excited to read this, and thank you for sending this to me, Grant Walmack, if you're watching. And the next arc I got sent was Where the Beacon Bellows by Zach Megan. This is a little tiny 40 page, I think this is 40 pages, 70 pages novella about a family, or a husband and wife that loses a son, and then like a little scary journey the father goes on. And yeah, I'm excited for this. I like the cover too. The cover is really nice. So thank you, Zach Megan, for sending me this arc, if you're watching. The next book I actually just found at my local thrift store, and that's The Devil's Knot by Mara Leverett. There's still a sticker on it, of course. Yeah, I got this for a doll hair, and I was not gonna read this book because I just know it's gonna make me so angry, but if they decide to make a show, I feel like this needs to have a limited series as well on Netflix. Like, go along with Dahmer, really focus on, you know, the injustice done here. And yeah, and then maybe I'll read it. I don't know. I was looking at some of the pictures and it's just so sad. It's so sad. It's so infuriating. And yeah, I hope we know one day, honestly. I really do. This book is a middle grade book that I got from my friend on Pango, and that's Doll Bones by Holly Black. I did try to take off the sticker on it. But this is a creepy doll book. I think it's more fantasy though. I think it's a more horror, dark fantasy middle grade doll book, and I don't know what it's about at all. I just really love the cover. And the next book I got from that seller as well is The Forgotten Girl by India Hill Brown. I believe this is a ghost story, and that's all I know about this as well. This is another middle grade book, spooky middle grade. I'm here for it. If you guys have any spooky middle grade recs, I need all the spooky middle grade in my life right now. The next book I'm so excited to have gotten, and that is Queen of Teeth by Haley Piper. As you can see, I have one of the first printings. I got it from my local Barnes and Noble. They were like, here you go. This one is before the award was given out to this, so it doesn't have anything on the cover. It just has this gorgeous, gorgeous cover. If you guys don't know what this is about, this is about a girl who has teeth between her legs, but then I think it turns into like a conspiracy body horror book, I think. It's a novella. It's very tiny, but I love Haley Piper books. I think they're always a great time. I love The Woman is Kings, so I'm super excited to read this one. And the next book I got is Touch of Night by Max Booth III. This is, I think, the only other Max Booth book I haven't read yet. I loved Maggot Screaming, and this edition is the signed edition I got at the same Barnes & Noble. My local Barnes & Noble, if you guys don't know, is like managed by horror lovers, so they are killing it with the horror selections. It's the Barnes & Noble at Libby Place in Richmond, Virginia, and they're just killing it. They also had signed editions of Maggot Screaming, and that was really tough to pass by, honestly. But this is about, I believe, a zombie breakout in a small town. I'm so excited. This looks like a fun movie, like a fun summer movie. The cover, you see some zombies on there. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this one. Next book I found out at my thrift store is at H.P. Best of H.P. Lovecraft, Blood Curdling Tales of Horror and the Macabre. This I got because of the illustration on it. It just looked like really cool and different. And the back has some cool illustrations. Also, the introduction to this has the introduction by the guy that wrote Psycho. So yeah, there's no pictures in the inside though, but the covers looked cool. The next book I got is The Liminal Zone by Junji Ito. This is the new, his new release that has 4 short stories in it, and I was super excited to get it. I haven't read it yet. I really want to. I love this cover. It is gorgeous. And the next book I got, I already read, and that's Ghost Eaters by Clay McLeod Chapman. This book was so good. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. And this is about a drug that when you take it, you see ghosts, and it takes place in Richmond, so of course I'm totally biased by it, but yeah, absolutely loved it, and highly suggest this one, and yeah, I'm so excited that I got it. Next book I got, I don't know anything about, but I've seen it around, and that's The Chestnut Man by Soren Silvenstrup. The cover isn't much because this is actually an ARC. It was in a little free library, so it's huge though. I think this is a thriller book, but yeah, I don't know a ton about it. I know there's like another Chestnut Man book, I think, by, is it CJ Tudor? I totally might be wrong, but let me know if you've read this one. I think it's a crime thriller. I have no idea. The last book I found at a little free library is All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers. This is a thriller written by a a true crime podcast person, Ashley Flowers, runs the Crime Junkie, a true crime podcast, one of my favorite true crime podcasts. So I was excited to find this one, and I'm seeing good reviews for it too. I have no idea what it's about. Again, thrillers, I typically like to know nothing going in, or very little going in, so yeah, very excited for this one. There you have it. That was kind of a quick little book haul. Let me know if you guys have hauled any books recently, or have you read anything that you've absolutely loved recently. Let me know in the comments, and you guys have a great day. Bye.